Andrei Karpathy says humans have officially become the bottleneck in AI research. He had an autonomous agent optimize his own work overnight, and it found improvements he'd missed after 2 decades of experience.
Welcome to 5-Minute AI News for Monday, March 23rd. We'll dig into that idea, plus Elon Musk's plans for a Terafab chip plant, and why AI is everywhere at the Game Developers Conference, but not actually in the games.
Let's start with that bottleneck. It's not just Karpathy. Famed mathematician Terence Tao echoed the sentiment, saying AI has made generating ideas virtually free. The new challenge and the new cost is human verification. We can't check the AI's work fast enough.
It's a fascinating problem, and researchers are already trying to build AIs that can bridge that gap. A German team has a new transformer architecture that lets a model decide for itself how much thinking time it needs for a problem, which is helping it excel at complex math.
Exactly. It's about giving models the tools to reason more deeply. On a related note, a new tutorial is out showing how to build a deep Q learning agent from scratch using libraries from Google DeepMind. It highlights how understanding the fundamentals is key to pushing past these new bottlenecks.
And to power all of this advanced research, you need an incredible amount of hardware. That's why Elon Musk announced plans for a Terafab chip plant in Austin. It's a joint venture for Tesla and SpaceX to mass-produce chips specifically for their AI, robotics, and data center needs.
He's concerned the existing industry can't keep up with the demand. This is a massive vertical integration play to control their own supply chain, though it's worth noting Musk has a history of ambitious promises.
He's not the only one building their own silicon. Amazon just gave an exclusive tour of its Trainium chip lab. They've developed their own AI accelerator, and it's already attracted huge customers like Anthropic, OpenAI, and Apple for training their massive models. The chip arms race is in full swing.
Speaking of the tools developers are using, a new open-source framework called Git Agent is trying to solve the fragmentation problem. Right now, if you build an agent on LangChain or AutoGen, it's stuck there. Git Agent proposes a universal format so you can define an agent once and deploy it anywhere.
That's a huge deal for reducing vendor lock-in and making agent development more professional. It brings Git-style version control to AI behavior, which is critical for enterprise use. It seems everyone is getting into the agent game.
Absolutely. Chinese tech giant Xiaomi just unveiled 3 new Mimo AI models. They're designed to power autonomous agents for things like controlling software or browser-based shopping, with future plans for robotics and voice interfaces.
And even for existing models, companies are helping people use them better. OpenAI just published a prompting playbook specifically for front-end designers, teaching them how to use GPT 5.4 to generate much higher quality UI designs instead of generic templates.
But not all industries are adopting these tools at the same pace. A big story from the Game Developers Conference is that AI was everywhere. Vendors were pushing AI-driven NPCs, AI for QA, everything. But almost none of the actual games being shown by developers had any of it integrated.
There's a real gap between the hype and the implementation, and you can see why developers are cautious. The creator of the game Crimson Desert had to issue a public apology after AI-generated art was accidentally left in the final game. They're now auditing everything to remove it.
It shows the ethical and workflow challenges. That transparency is critical. In another cautionary tale, a compliance startup named Delve is being accused of misleading hundreds of customers by falsely assuring them they were compliant with privacy and security regulations.
The big takeaway today is that the entire AI ecosystem is maturing at a blistering pace. The research bottleneck is no longer generating ideas, but verifying them, and the industry is racing to build the hardware, software, and ethical guidelines to keep up.
Thanks for tuning in. If you found this helpful, please take a second to like, subscribe, and leave a review on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. It really helps others find the show.
We appreciate it. Have a great day.